Hello everyone, welcome to Rika's podcast. This is a podcast where I talk about whatever that pops into my head in English and Japanese bilingual mode. So grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or hot chocolate or whatever you want and just kick back and listen. 皆さん、Rika's podcast へようこそ。この番組では私リカが日本語と英語バイリンガルモードで日々の思いなどを思いつくままに台本なしでお届けしています。In today's episode, I have invited my friend Evan and we just talked about random stuff. 今回はお友達のエヴァンを招いて、まあね、秋なので甘いお菓子の話、カフェの話、そしてハロウィンの話などをまったりとしています。ちょっと長めですけれども聞いていただければ幸いです。Alright, here we go.Hi everyone. Today we have Evan on the show.
Yes, hello. That is me.
こんばんは。
Good evening.
Yeah. Maybe it was Christmas last year.
About.
Yeah,
Almost,
when you were here.
Almost a year ago.
でも It's been a while. すごく久しぶりに今日はエヴァンとポッドキャストを収録しています。How have you been?You
know, pretty good. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But living life one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's what we have to do, right?
For sure.
Nothing special. Just live each day to the fullest.
Absolutely.
Are you living it to the fullest?
Debatable. Maybe. I like to think I am, but some days you just have to lie down on the couch and look at the clock and you realize it's been 7 hours.
That's called being charged. I guess like you need some charging time as well, right?
Yeah, and you gotta sit there, you just plug it into your side.
Yep.
And you're charging and
yeah, until it's done.
Exactly.
We
have batteries too.
We do, for sure. And then, I run out of battery all the time. So we often have to charge ourselves じゃない？そう。今日はOctober 3rd?
Yeah.
だっけ？We're just hanging out and I'm a little tipsy. I can't lie. But Evan is not. He's been drinking. 何ですかそれは
？Sparkling grape juice かな？
チューハイゼロノンアルコールチューハイをね。
Yes.
Because you're driving.
Indeed. I'm driving and I like the sweetness.
Yeah. So we just finished dinner. Well, kind of like a light dinner, right? Dinner. Yes. We had some chicken from Oita. Fried chicken from Oita. One of the very famous 道の駅. That I picked it up.And then we enjoyed it.
It was very delicious. And if I may be so bold to say, 本当に美味しいで、大分から、だからおいおいチキ
なんて
美味しいのおい、大分のおい、おいおいチキン
おいおいチキン
おいおいチキン
よくわからないな
If you ask for oi oi chicken, you will get very strange looks and possibly escorted out of the restaurant.
Yeah, probably. So don't do that.
Or do and make it trend. I don't know.
Nah, but fried chicken is so popular here in Japan.
Extremely
and then,
popular.
Oita is one of the good chickens that they have, I guess. So, どう
Oh, it's great.
どう
めっちゃうめえじゃん。
美味しいよね。
Very, very good.
確かにね。そう。そんなわけで今日はね、we just kind of like なんだろうね。
Exactly.
なんだろう。いきなりご飯食べようってなって。
ゴロゴロしてる。
So, but you just went to get a haircut today, you said.
I did.
And that's why you were in town and then we decided to kind of hang out. So, ね。ヘアカットはどうでした？
Not bad. I mean, it's been a while. My last haircut was in 4月かな
4月だった
I think so. So it's been about 5-6 months.
Okay, it's about time.
Yeah, overdue. Much like many people's books at the library.
Oh, that reminds me.
No. But yeah, I had a haircut, and it was pretty good. Very interesting, though.
Okay.
Because usually, at least in my experience, when you get your haircut, they wash your hair, and then they cut it. Right? Pretty standard. But today, he cut my hair, then washed my hair, then cut it a little more.
Kind of trim it.
Yeah, but like he
Finishing touch.
cut first, like cut it dry.
Some people do that.
Which
I guess that was your first time.
Yeah, first time like that. But he's the hairdresser, not me, so I'm not going to question his skills and his actions.
It depends, I guess, on the beautician.
Yeah.
But are there any differences from the beauty parlors here and in the States?
Maybe some.
Pretty much the same.
They're very similar. Aside from one, I think there's more salons and beauty parlors per kilometer in Japan.
In Japan,
than America.
there are
There's
so many. Yeah.
But is there a difference? I mean, maybe. Well, it really depends, huh? Like prices. It really depends on the salon.
Yeah, here as well.
But the service is sometimes different. I mean, like at some salons in America, you can get while you're waiting, or during your haircut even, they might give you wine.
Wine?
Some salons will give you wine during your haircut. Please have a glass of wine. Enjoy yourself.
素敵ですね、それは。
But if you go to one of the cheap franchise
probably
ones,
not.
if you ask for wine, they will probably make you leave.
ワインとか出てくるの。
Some salons do that.
へえ、すごいね。
But I don't know about Japan, but I know...
日本はもうワインはないけど他の飲み物 tea, coffee, sometimes you can choose from, but they are non-alcoholic.
Right.
だし、even now, and because of the corona and everything, so they don't serve any drinks, unfortunately. ですよね。
That makes sense. I mean, many salons, I think tea, coffee, and water are the normal choices. But, like I said, depending on the salon.
Would you pay? Would you tip them?
Oh, yeah. You normally tip them anyway.
そっか。
Much like waiters and waitresses, you usually tip your hairdresser.
だね。
Because I think usually the way they get paid is I think they get regular hourly pay, or maybe their pay is kind of split between them and their managers or the business. Or sometimes some stylists, they rent the seat in the salon, and so they have to pay for that.
そうね。
And so if you tip them, whatever you tip them, it goes straight to them. So it's kind of you make sure you help them out if they do a good service for you.
まあね、その違いが面白いですよね。
For sure.
It's always interesting to find the difference here and there. かな。
Yeah, and I'm curious, usually in Japan, do you find hairdressers to be very talkative?
Depends, very much depends on the hairdresser, I guess.
Gotcha.
I don't really appreciate talkative beauticians, and so.
Why not? You just want to get your haircut and be done?
I just want to get a haircut, and then I'm usually reading something. They have the magazines there, and then I might be reading, or I don't know. Do you prefer the chatty ones?
It depends.
だよね。
If they're interesting.
Yeah,
then
that's true.
Sure.
That's true. Yes.
But sometimes maybe they don't have anything interesting to talk about,
そう。
or they just talk about themselves.
この前ね、行ったビューティーサロン、and it was my first time to be there, and then she was very much interested in what I do.
Okay.
And so I told her that I teach English, and she said, ペラペラなんですか? って言われてなんて言えばいいかわからなかった。I didn't know what to say.
Like, what do you think?
Well, I teach English, but I might be ペラは not. I will leave that to your imagination って感じだったんですけど、時々なんて答えればいいか分かんなくなったりとかするから。Yeah, it depends. I mean, like, she was nice and everything, but I just didn't know what to say. かな。はいっていうのもなんかね。
Okay, yeah. Maybe sometimes it feels like they're forcing a conversation.
Yeah, at times, yeah.
Like, why would you ask me that? Oh, you're just trying to not have silence.
Right. Maybe they're uncomfortable.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, I could understand that. I mean, like, I might do the same thing if I were them.
Perhaps, yeah.
かな。そうね、そうそう。で、今日はじゃあヘアカットして、昨日の話してたら、昨日はなんかデザートデイだった。
Pretty much, yeah.
Evan has a sweet tooth.
I do.
A very big sweet tooth.
Very large. You can see it from space.
すごい甘党ですよね。
Absolutely. Maybe not good for my health, but good for my taste buds.
Yeah, of course. And you try different kinds of sweets, you said?
I did. Yeah, and I always like to try different kinds.
Limited な感じのやつも Like, so now, like, we're talking about, like, Halloween is approaching, so
Absolutely.
Halloween themed desserts here and there.
Yeah, like seasonal sweets and limited time sweets. I mean, they're only here for a moment.
期間限定。はかないね。はかないよ。
切な的。
切な的。そうだね。Yeah. Now or never って感じ。Now or maybe a year later. だけど。まあでも come up with something different every year.
It'll come back.
Yeah, でもコンビニとかすごいでしょHalloween themed sweets とか、本当 seasonal sweets. Do they have that kind of thing in the States? Convenience stores? Maybe not. Yeah.
Not that I can remember. I don't remember there being any kind of seasonal
They
sweets.
just have like the standard
like
donuts and...
the kind of stuff you'd usually get from a supermarket maybe.
そうね。
Or
Nothing.
sometimes donuts they might have, which they're not bad. But
No, they're not bad at all, actually. I really loved donuts from 7-Eleven in the
they're
States.
not bad at all, yeah.
ね、美味しいんだよね、結構。そうそうそう。でも日本のコンビニとは全然違うかな。
Just a different level.
Different level ね、本当ね。もう全然。
You know, like the American ones, they're in the minor leagues. But the Japanese ones, they're right up there in the majors.
Very good way to say that. Yeah, 本当そう。もう全然だよね。
Like some of the, and even some of like the quality of some of the sweets and foods you can get at the convenience store, it's
just beyond.
Yeah, just beyond.
Beyond 本当に。
めっちゃやばい。
やばいよね。この値段でこれっていうね。
Yeah, because lately I've seen more than once. Maybe it'd be Famima, maybe Lawson, where they do like a collab with like Godiva.
Godiva ね。
I cannot imagine Godiva doing a collaboration with an American gas station, you know.
Wow. I mean, like, usually gas station has a convenience store.
Yeah. So unheard of.
Unheard of. 前代未聞ってやつですね。へえ、そっかそっかそっか。Godiva ね。So you tried one of the sweets that they...
Oh, absolutely.
What was that?
It was like this like chocolate kind of mousse with like a caramel filling, and it had two like chocolate soft biscuits on the sides, and it just looked very just rich and exciting. Like I felt like I needed to have money to buy it.
You just had to have it. Yeah.
I had to. Yeah, I couldn't resist.
It can't resist. Yeah, okay. So what was that like? You tasted it?
Oh,
you ate it,
I
right?
did. I had it this morning, actually.
Okay, this morning?
I bought it yesterday.
Wow.
But I ate it
and you
this
waited
morning.
till this morning too.
And
That was your breakfast?
Unfortunately. Yes.
Fortunately or unfortunately?
Depending on who you ask. But yeah, and man, it was really good.
Really good,
It's
huh?
really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. そうなの？へえ、いくらだった？
I mean, since it was kind of like a Godiva collab, it was a little more expensive. Maybe
400円ぐらい？
Yeah. It was in the 400s. Between 400
だよ
and
ね。
500.
だってスイーツとかでやっぱ300円 maybe average、400円ちょっとファンシー
So
デザートな感じ。
Yeah,
ゴディバか、ゴダイバ。 そうね。それは美味しいでしょうね。
Yeah, absolutely. I recommend it if you go.
Okay. It's also, of course, limited だよね。私知らなかった。それファミマ？
That one was Lawson.
Lawson. ローソンと
But in the past, Family Mart had a Godiva collaboration with like a...
How do you keep up with all these sweet trends?
You know, I walk in and I look around and I zoom in on
Zoom in.
all
Okay.
the sweets. They had a frappe, Godiva frappe at Family Mart before they did, and I was like, well, I'm not leaving without this.
Too tempting ね。
Yeah.
へえ、そうなんだ。I'm not really up to date with all the stuff that's going on at the convenience store. I don't go so often, but yeah, but when I go, like I check the dessert section, it's like I'm always amazed by how, delicious looking desserts all the time. And then, ね、ハロウィンセームだとまた可愛いからね。
Oh, absolutely.
ね、可愛いのはちょっとダメですよ、本当に。
なんでダメ？
ダメって、まあいい意味でダメ。
Okay.
In a good way. Because I can't resist, right? I mean, like cute and good looking and it's sweet and
Oh, thank you.
everything.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
冗談だよ。
ね, and then you do like to go to cafes often, and then you like to kind of discover some new
Absolutely.
cafes in the neighborhood.
Yes. Sometimes I like to feel like I'm like a cafe astronaut.
Cafe astronaut, exploring
the many distant and far off cafes of this world.
Wow. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere sometimes. And that's so exciting to find.
Just in a field or next to a farm. Here's our cafe.
山の中でね、なんか佇んでるカフェとか本当見つけるともうワクワクしちゃうね。へえ、そうなんだ。でもそんな、You've got kind of like gone to all these cafes around here でしょうね。そんなないもんね、たくさんは。宮崎だと。
I guess so, but there's still a lot of, hidden gems.
Hidden gems ね、hidden gems。そう隠れた、宝石というかね、穴場がね、あるよね。Maybe you know more cafes than I do. 私よりも全然知ってると思う。インスタで見ていくんでしょ。
Yeah.
へえ、そうなんだ。
But I mean, for me, cafes, they have it all, You can get proper meals, but also really great, like desserts and sweets, and also really good coffee, or tea, or if they're like a late night cafe, you can get like alcohol and things, so like...
Late night cafe いいね。その響きいいですよね。
I love cafes. It's a little bit of everything.
It's the whole experience.
Oh, for
Of
sure.
like the atmosphere とか雰囲気とか the music they're playing and the service itself. Or,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Do you keep a record? Or like
I should.
You should. I think on
But-
Instagram you don't really post much of those cafes.
I don't,
Only
but-
the stories とかじゃ
Yeah,
ない
usually I just post on the
なん
stories.
で
I don't know.
なんで
That's
せ
a
っ
good
かく
question.
せっかくだよ I think like if you have a list of the cafes that you've been to I think some people might appreciate.
That's true. Maybe I
Yeah.
should. Because I do keep all the pictures of the food
Oh, okay.
that I take. And that's,
Okay.
I guess,
But you don't really bother to put it up there.
not really.
じゃ
Yeah,
ない
I just throw it on the story.
ねえ、そうそう。But story can not last very long. So
That's true.
sometimes I find like, oh, he's eating something good again. But I don't know like where you've been or
Yeah, I guess that's true, huh?
so some might wonder じゃない気になるよね。Some people are so diligent about like writing like all the scores of that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, ね。そこまで I don't that's necessary. I mean like not to that point of
Right, like a food critic.
フードクリティックまでいかなくてもちょっと知りたいかな。
Oh,
You
yeah.
could maybe start that.
I guess I could, but I guess my problem is going to cafes. I'm very easy to please.
Easy to please.
So most of my ratings are going to be very high. Because I'm like,
すごく
hey,
いい人。
I'm like, good atmosphere, delicious food,
Okay.
staff is nice. All
10
we're
out of
great.
10.
Yeah, we're great. Check mark.
ああ、
ハンコ
そっかそっか。それはあんま頼りにならないやつ
Yeah.。
そっかそっか。
It's
まあ
hard to disappoint me.
hard to disappoint you, huh? Yeah, that's good. But it's good. I mean, like, you're like that. Anything
Yeah,
can please you.
Mostly, yeah.
Mm.
I'm not very strict in my judging.
Okay. And just at least like put it on Instagram, not stories, but regular.
Right. Properly post
Yeah, properly post it. It was location and some kind of information what you had and drank.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe that would be helpful.
ちゃんとした方がいいね。
I mean, like, yeah, some people might appreciate that. I don't know.
Really?
I might. Yeah. で、今日さっきね、杏仁豆腐を初めて食べた。
It was the first time.
Chinese tofu dessert みたいな。豆腐じゃないけど、杏仁豆腐って言うんですよね。How would you describe 杏仁豆腐 to someone who don't know?
I would describe onion tofu as being just imagine, close your eyes, cover your ears,
Cover your ears.
and just picture tofu. And like a pudding, let's say, they had a baby. And then that baby met a glass of milk, and then they had a baby. This is 3 generations. And then that final baby, I would consider to be onion tofu.
3世代にわたって。
It's 3 generations of work, so it's you
そうなの？
have to appreciate it.
What about the taste though?
But yeah, to me it tastes kind of like a mild milk. When I say mild though, I just mean like it's not a strong
そうね。
taste. So like lightly of milk and but definitely soft and extremely soft.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had no teeth, no problem.
No problem ね。
But yeah, kind of like a light milk
pudding
tofu.
プディン豆腐っ
But
て感じか。
that as a whole name is too long.
そうね。そうたまたま冷蔵庫にあったそのなんだっけカルディで売ってるパンダのパッケージの杏仁豆腐有名なやつがあったのでそれを食べてみるって食べてね。私は結構好きかな。I like that and I like to put some lemon juice on it. 美味しいね。
Yeah, the lemon juice made it quite good. It was an interesting combo. I think I told you before, it reminds me of like limoncello, kind of like Italian iced lemon flavor.
レモンがね合うんですよね。
Absolutely.
だからまあライトデザートな感じで美味しいかなと思って。But your all-time favorite dessert is Taiyaki?
Oh, it's so
It's difficult to
hard.
say.
I mean, I love Taiyaki. It's more like Taiyami. You can cut that part out.
Okay. I would not.
I mean, there is something special about Taiyaki, especially like fresh Taiyaki, like right from the stand
Okay.
or something, or because when you have like that really nice kind of fluffy and crispy, almost pancake-like, exterior.
Okay.
But then the nice, warm, soft, inviting interior,
Okay.
be it, custard,
ね。
red beans or chocolate, it's just so good. It's like a dessert pancake in your hand.
まあね。そうね。
A hand cake. All right.
Cake.
Yeah, it's hard to say my all-time favorite.
Japanese sweet would be
Maybe Taiyaki. Yeah, maybe Taiyaki. But I mean, surprisingly, I really like anmitsu.
あんみつも好き。
I think it's an interesting variety.
まあ美味しいよね。あ
Of
ん
the-
みつ
yeah.
確かにね。
Very
なんか
good.
フルーツとかも入ってて、lots of different texture.
Yeah.
がやっぱり。
Yeah, 'cause
The
you're like,
seasonal fruits
like
and
the red beans, ice cream, the jello,
Ah,
the
そうな。
honey, the like
そうね。
黒蜜？
黒蜜
Yeah,
美味しいね。
really good.
あれやばいね。Okay, how about like all-time favorite, any kinds of dessert?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
日本に限らず。
That's hard. I mean,
そうよね。ハードだよね。
I love like gelato. So good. And oh, you know what? I might have an answer.
Okay.
Perhaps flourless chocolate cake. It's
あー。
extremely dense
Yeah, yeah.
and rich.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think I've had it.
one slice is enough. But man, It's so good.
The way you say it.
They really pack in so much chocolate flavor into
so
what. Yeah.
Rich, yeah. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a cup of black coffee right next to it, right?
Yeah, something to balance it out a little.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
ブラックコーヒーとね。
like, it's kind of like imagine you're learning like English, right? And you have an English dictionary.
どう
And
いう
you
例え
take the whole dictionary and you just absorb it.
Okay.
You know, you eat the dictionary and you learn all the words at one time. That's like what I imagine it's like, but with flavor.
ちょっと待って、あんまよくわかんないんだけど。
Like it's so much in one moment.
その英語を勉強してる人が英語の辞書を持ってて、それを一気に吸収した時みたいな感じがその小麦粉使ってないチョコレートケーキ。
Yeah.
全然わかんない。濃厚っていうのはわかるけどね。
Yeah, just very rich.
そうか。そうね。ワンスライス。
おかしいけど。
それはエヴァンの解釈ということで。そう、まあチョコレートはね。
I love chocolate.
美味しい。
Chocolate's the best.
Every time I eat chocolate, I remember my trip to Belgium.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
ゴダイバでしょ
Yeah. Belgian chocolate is amazing.
Belgian chocolate ってなんだろうそんなに Why is it so famous? Like, do they get cocoa? No, right?
I don't really know, to be honest.
ね、わかんないんだよね。
Whatever they do, it's
Whatever they
great.
do, it's great.
Whatever secret they have deep in some vault
そう。
underground in Belgium.
なんか、And then I had a friend there, a couple, and then they took me to the chocolate places, and then they look like jewelry shop.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so
They're like
luxurious.
luxurious, and then like a little shop is a very gorgeous looking door, and then you go in, and then you can just buy a piece of chocolate, not really in a box, but can just choose one, just like you're choosing like a ring or diamonds.
Exactly.
すごい宝石屋さんみたいな小さな豪華なね。もうあれはやばい。あれすごいびっくりした。
Yeah, it's like, oh, are we at Tiffany's right
そう、
now?
ほんと。
Oh, no,
ティファ
no,
ニ
it's a
ー
chocolate shop.
チョコレートショップなの。そう。
Yeah,
で、
it's
それを選んで、you choose the one you want or a couple you want. They're pretty pricey じゃない結構高いよね。
But I mean, it's worth it.
It's worth it. Definitely worth it. その価値は絶対あるし、で、綺麗なんだよね。すごくキラキラしてて。それを思い出す。
Yeah. チャンスがあったらぜひ買ってください。
そう、ベルギーに行ったら絶対に。
And Switzerland.
スイスもそうだよね。
Swiss chocolate is also incredible.
ほんと。何ですかね。What's your favorite chocolate in the States?
Oh boy. Well, a lot of times American chocolate is really sweet.
それ。
Which
もうなんか
sometimes it's too
甘
much.
すぎてね。
Yeah. But my favorite
The ones that you can
American
get at the
chocolate?
supermarket, maybe like
Oh yeah.
Snickers
I mean,
とか。
I do love, Crunch bars.
I've heard of it.
They're because they're kind of crispy.
Yeah, okay.
Those are very good. I love those.
そうね。
And when I was a child, my favorite was the Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
はい。
I mean, it's really sweet. So now I can only have a little bit. But yeah, maybe
そう
Crunch bar.
ね。
Oh, and I love Twix.
Twix. I've never had it.
Oh, you're missing out.
そうなんだ。
Twix, it's like a cookie, like a biscuit crunchy
あ
cookie.
このちょっと長いやつ
It's like the shape of a finger.
わかった。
And,
なんか
yeah, it's like a
アンメ
biscuit.
ナムとかでくるんであるやつ。
Kinda, yeah. It's like a biscuit, and there's like a layer of caramel, and then covered in chocolate.
Okay.
They're very good.
そっか。
Highly recommended.
確かにね。日本のチョコレートどう思いますか
Oh, very good as well.
But not as sweet.
Not as sweet, which actually I think is a good thing. It seems darker chocolates are more popular here, I think. Which, I mean, that's great. More of a, I guess, as many packages say, like, 大人味
大人の味。そう。
adult flavor.
What do you think of those like high cacao percentage?
Oh, when they're like super dark?
Yeah.
Like,
That's not chocolate,
probably
is
so
it?
dark you can't even see it at night.
Yeah.
That is,
それ。
that is extreme. Like, it's so bitter.
Like 70%, 75%.
Like, it's like cooking chocolate at that point.
そう。But some people love that.
They do, and I think those people are also maybe dead inside.
When I first tried it, I was like, this is not chocolate. And then, oh my gosh, I thought maybe I like chocolate, but maybe I just liked sugar. 本当砂糖が好きだったんだって思ったぐらいに、あれはちょっとビターすぎますよね。
I think
It's good for you for sure, but
it's more healthy, I think. But there's definitely like a spectrum. You know, from super sweet to super bitter. I think there's a certain area on that spectrum, like the sweet spot. No pun intended. But if you go too far to the bitter end, I mean, it's not chocolate at that point.
まあね、私たちに言わせればね、to us.
Yeah, to us at least, yeah.
そうね。What do you like to drink when you have chocolate? やっぱりコーヒ
ー？ Yeah, coffee is great with chocolate, like a latte.
You like the sweet coffee.
Oh, I do, it's true. But even if I get a latte, it's kind of bittersweet.
Okay.
So it's I feel like it's a decent balance. Or sometimes classic is like milk. But yeah, for me, maybe coffee might be the ideal drink to go with chocolate.
Many people would agree with that, I think, yeah.
Or at least like maybe a cappuccino, because it's quite bitter, but then it really balances the chocolate flavor.
確かに。確かにね。私は、まあ、コーヒーもまあ飲むんですけど、紅茶の方が好きなので、I would prefer tea.
Sure.
Yeah, to go with that.
And that's fair, you know?
Yeah.
But then if we're talking about hot chocolate, totally different story.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Drinking chocolate.
Yeah, drinking chocolate is just that.
It's a special category.
そう、でもまあ、hot chocolate would hit the spot ね。
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like, well, it's kind of hot tonight, but maybe when it gets kind of cold and chilly, and I think nothing can beat a cup of hot chocolate ですよね。It's marshmallow, maybe?
Yeah. Absolutely.
ね。
It's such like a, for me, it's such like a winter feel and very nostalgic.
Very nostalgic, and that really reminds me of when I visited Calgary in Canada, and my Canadian friend and I decided to go to a zoo, Calgary Zoo, and a snowstorm.
Great timing.
本当にすごい寒くて、めっちゃ雪が降ってて、and then we left. It was like the only time that she was able to get like a day off, and then we just didn't have any choice. So, なんか the night before we made some てるてる坊主. Do you know てるてる坊主?
てるてる坊主?
You don't know てるてる坊主?
I don't think I do.
Oh, really? Okay. In Japan, てるてる坊主 is like when you're wishing the next day to be sunny.
Okay.
Then you would make like a little cute little 坊主. Do you know 坊主?
Is it like a little doll, like a ninja?
Yeah, like a ninja.
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah?
Like you want the weather to become good. So you make the little
So,
Ah, okay.
and you hang it by the door.
I do know what you mean now.
We made like 10 of them
Oh my.
the night before because we really wanted the sunny
whole
day for the whole family of てるてる坊主。そう。すごい頑張って作って、で、窓につけて、朝起きたらすごい雪だった。Didn't work.
Well.
だけど and then but we had to go and then we went, but it was just so hard walking in the snowstorm. It's just really hard. But we dropped by this little mall nearby, and then we went for a cup of hot chocolate, and then they even had cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah.
Cinnamon rolls just out of the oven with hot chocolate.
One of the best smells.
もう本当にon a stormy snowstorm day もうねあれは本当に unforgettable。
Oh, I bet.
めちゃくちゃ美味しかった。ココアとすごい思い出。そうココアとねシナモンロールがねもう最高に美味しくてあったかくなって、その後、頑張れた。動物園に行ったけど寒かったけど、温まりましたね。ココアの思い出ありますか？
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
まあいろいろあるよね。
And I remember too, like I love hot chocolate, cocoa. But I remember, have you ever had French hot chocolate?
What's it like?
Remember how I told you about flourless chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Kind of like it's kind of like that, but the hot chocolate version. Like, because I didn't know what it was. And the first time I had it, I was in Boston.
Okay.
And there was an adorable cafe we went to. And it was cold. It was the fall, but in Boston, if it's windy, it gets already quite cold.
そっか。
And so I saw they had French hot chocolate. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah, it does sound
And
good.
I was very surprised because they gave it to me, and the size of the mug was like the size of like a shot glass.
Like espresso.
Kind of like an espresso
そんな
glass.
小さいんだ。
Very small. And I was like, oh, really? Like, this was like $5. Huh? Like, excuse me. But then when I took a sip, I understood because it was so rich and dense. Thick.
It was
Very
like
thick.
cake in a cup って感じ。
Yeah, and to me it was almost like almost like you take like syrup or something, like a real thick liquid, but make it chocolate. And this was such a thick, dense, creamy hot chocolate, and I wasn't the same after that.
You weren't the same after that.
I changed.
That good, huh?
It was so good, and I was like, what is this? 何これ?
すごい。フレンチココア
Yeah.
French hot chocolate?
Yeah.
へー
I was so surprised. I mean, this is incredible.
That comes from France? なのかな
I would assume so, being called French.
そうだよね。
I mean-
知らないな、そんなの。でもめっちゃなん
But I
か
was like,
喉
wow.
乾きそう、後で。You get tired. You want water.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. You kind of have that feeling.
そうそうそうそう、喉がなんか
Yeah,
おかしくなり
yeah.
そう。
Do have like a little bit of a glass of water afterward.
Yeah,
So-
I guess. I
But
would want
man.
that. Yeah.
So good.
そうなんだ。あ、でもなんかいい思い出ですよね。そういうのってなんか。It
Absolutely.
all comes back to you when you think about those, moments that you had,
For
and then you feel it. All you ね、本当。一番今までで行ったカフェでよかったなっていうカフェとか思い出のカフェとかまあいろいろあるよね。There's so many, I'm sure, to choose
Yeah.
from.
Like best memory at a cafe?
そうね。
In Japan?
Anywhere.
Or anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere is fine.
Ooh, that has taught me so many
難
good
しいよ
ones.
な。
Well, this is a great memory, maybe for an unexpected reason.
うん。
But when I went to Paris,
うん。
there was this cafe. It was right on the River Seine.
はい、セーヌ川。
You
うん
could see
いい
Notre
ね
Dame.
いいね。
You
あ、
could
ノ
see
ートル
it
ダム。
right
はい。
from, like from the outside seating.
うんふん
And it was great view.
そうね。
There's the river.
outside seating パティオ
Yeah,
みたいな感じ
beautiful,
で。
perfect placement. And I remember I ordered. It was like a little set
うん。
where you get 3 different flavors of gelato.
うん。
Like each one came on its own spoon,
Wow.
and then some type of coffee.
Okay.
And I got a cappuccino,
へ
and I'll never forget because the waitress, she like the ice cream, the gelato came first,
うん。
and she's like, the cappuccino, still making it in one moment.
Okay.
And though she made it, I saw her coming, walking very slow, careful, and then she's bringing it to the table,
Oh.
and she's like, all right, I worked really hard on this to make sure it was good. Like, she said that, and as soon as she said that, she slipped and spilled it all over my lap.
What?
And it was, I mean, honestly, you can't write a better comedy skit. To be
It was all over
I
you.
worked so hard.
Oh
it's gonna
my
be so.
God.
And it splashed all over my lap, and I don't know why. Maybe it was just, the beauty of the moment and being on vacation. But it didn't.
Something that must have to
It didn't burn at all.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
It didn't feel that hot on my lap.
Oh, really?
Which I was relieved. But it was just those ridiculous timing and moment. And she was so sorry.
Of course.
I am so sorry. I will make a new one for you.
上手上手。
Like, this cappuccino, I worked so hard.
But your pants.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
It
I
was
got
okay.
a lot of napkins. Like,
Oh, okay.
Probably an entire tree worth of napkins.
An
Just like
entire tree of worth of
and
napkin.
roughly got myself dry. And she made another one and gave it to
わ
me.
ー、すごい。それは what a memory ね。
But like the gelato was divine and
Divine.
and the second cappuccino
Oh, second
was
cappuccino.
very good. The first one, I don't know how it tastes because it landed on my lap.
Wow.
But just
そうな
yeah,
ん
right
だ。
there on the
でも
river
そ
sand,
れは
like,
絶対
great.
忘れられない。それ
Exactly.
はモーメントですね。
Can't forget.
Paris いいね。やっぱりパリはおしゃれだし Yeah, they have really good cafes there.
Absolutely.
And they're very famous for crepe.
Yes.
Crepe すごい美味しいよね。
Yo, they're very good. I had to get one too when in Paris.
So.
You buy a crepe.
I didn't really know that they're so famous for crepe until I got there.
Oh, really?
And my friend told me that you can have like a savory crepe and a sweet that
Yeah.
as a dessert. So you get like two types
Yeah, yeah.
for your main dish and also the dessert. やっぱめっちゃ美味しかった。
Because like in Japan, crepes are also very popular. But not the savory ones, right?
あんまりないね。
Not as much.
そう。たまに、あるけど、やっぱなんかクリームチーズとかサーモンとかね、
yeah,
そういうやつとかを食べた後にめっちゃ甘いキャラメル。
Absolutely, yeah. That nice balance.
そう。あれはね、やっぱ忘れられないかな。So cafe is not only about the food. 食べ物じゃなくて、その時のなんかね、空気とか。Everything at once だよね。As a whole memory だからやっぱ特に on vacation ね。On vacation, yes, you can remember all these kind of cafes.
Yeah. Do you have a particular
I've
great
been
cafe
trying
in
to
your
come
life?
up with
Been stalling for time?
そう。まあもちろんいろいろなカフェに行ったし、カフェに行くのも好きだけど、because I was living in Toronto, Canada, long time ago, I was living there and I used to go to this cafe called Second Cup. Second Cup っていう、まあ it's like Starbucks and chain type of cafe, but I don't really drink coffee. I didn't coffee that much back then either, so I would get like tea or apple cider.
Oh,
Does
yeah,
it come in non-alcoholic too?
You can.
あるだよね。
Yeah.
あるよね。あるよね。それをよく飲んでたし、で、I often saw so many people would just go and pick up their coffee, and when they order, they would say double double. Do you know what that means?
Not at all.
In Canada, I think it's カナダでしか使われないんだけど、double double means double cream and double sugar.
Oh, interesting.
They would always say that. I mean, like if they want the sweet coffee, でそうやってみんな頼んでるの見て、へーって思ってた。まあね、エヴァンはスタバで働いてたからね。
Yeah, that's true. But no one ever said double double. Maybe it's more of a Canadian thing.
So what would you say in the States then? If you want
If
extra?
you want like double cream, you probably just say, yeah, can I have double cream and double sugar?
あ、そうなんだ。You wouldn't shorten it like double double.
Probably not. Like if someone told me, oh yeah, and double double please, I would think that would mean that they would want a second cup of coffee.
ああ、そう。
that was my
That's
first thought.
only in Canada なんだ。
Maybe it's a Canadian thing.
そうね。
I mean, I guess somebody could say, double everything, and maybe
everything
whatever's
か。
in the drink, just do, 2倍.
そうね。スタバで、going back to when you're working at Starbucks, but what was the most popular dessert?
Dessert? Not drink?
Not drink,
Oh, not
but
drink.
デザートの方で
Ooh.
人気があったのって何なんだろ
That's a good
う。
question.
まあいろいろあるよね、でもね。
There's a lot. And we sometimes also had like
seasonal
seasonal
things,
ones,
right? ね。
which were popular. I know, especially the kids love cake pops, which are delicious.
Cake pops どんな
It's
の
on it looks like a lollipop,
あ、OK.
but it's on a stick and it's a ball of cake.
Okay.
And the cake is covered in some kind of maybe frosting or chocolate or something, different flavors. And sometimes there's a filling too. It's a nice bite of cake.
あ、OK.
Perfect size.
そうなんだ。
And they're always moist.
そ
So it's so good.
Not
I've
dry.
never had a dry cake pop
へ
at Starbucks, which is
日
great.
本にあるそれ見たことないかも。
Yeah,
I don't know.
I haven't seen them
ね。
yet, but I never also tried to look for them. But they're very good. But let's see. I know the Starbucks coffee cake was very
あ
popular.
あ、いや、それすごい聞くね。
Yeah.
食べたことある。
And chocolate croissants, very, very popular.
そうね。
And also, I think like the cheese Danish was quite popular. And even like the regular croissant We always ran out of those in the morning
へえ、そうな
because
んだ。
people would order them all the
For
time.
breakfast ね。
Oh yeah,
へえ、そっかそっか。
flaky and warm and delicious.
いいね。カフェトークいいね。
うんうん
なんかまったりするし、なんかこの秋にね、it's for like autumn and then cafe talk and then
Yeah.
it's really sweet.
Which when I worked at Starbucks, autumn was a big deal because fall, autumn meant pumpkin spice latte season.
ああ、はい。
And oh my god, is that an extremely popular drink?
Do we have that here?
We do. I think it's a recent thing though, because I went to the Starbucks a few weeks ago and they
You
had
got
it.
the
Pumpkin spice latte.
あれだった
Yeah.
ああ、そうなんだ。
It's
うんうんうん
quite good. It's very
そう
nostalgic
そう
for
そう
me.
やっぱ美味しいんだ。私頼
Very
んだ
good.
ことない
Yeah, every fall, especially young girls,
うん、love that.
pumpkin spice latte. Like it's even so popular that it has a shortened name, just PSL.
PSL
I love the
Pumpkin
PSL.
Spice
latte.
Latte PSL がへえ、そうなんだ
Because it's got that
それ
sweet
飲んでみ
pumpkin
たいかも
flavor, but a little bit of that kind of false spice to it. So it's very good.
そっかハロウィーンがもうすぐですよね Halloween is coming you know, like it's just around the corner I guess but ハロウィーンのデザートってある特に何食べるのハロウィーンって
I don't know if there's really a special dessert that I can think of. I mean, of course.
You don't really have like a family dinner for Halloween?
No,
ないんだ
it's not really a holiday.
それは Thanksgiving に取っとく You
Yeah.
save it for Thanksgiving
Yeah, it's not really a family or special holiday per se. It's more of a fun holiday.
そっか So you would do the なんだっけ
Oh, trick or treating.
Trick or treating?
Yeah, I mean, usually adults don't do it.
Yeah.
But technically, there's no rule that says you can't. But sometimes if you go to a house and they're like, "Aren't you a little old to be trick or treating?"
Somebody said that to you?
not to me specifically, but I've heard that.
やっぱり up until like teenagers?
Yeah, I would say so.
へ
You're like, listen, I just want free candy. Okay, just put the candy in the bag.
そう
But it's a fun experience, especially for kids.
だよねそれはファンですよ
And plus, like, people love to decorate their houses on the outside for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's a big deal because
Yeah,
for
it
trick-or-treating,
is.
you go house to house.
Right
So you get to see everyone's decorations and the environment. It's so fun.
Just to look around the houses ね
Yeah,
す
and
ごい
some
ね
people really go like 100%. And maybe like they create this crazy spooky atmosphere at their house, and even when they open their door, maybe they're wearing a costume, or
いいな楽しそう
it's very fun for the
楽し
kids.
そう That reminds me
Yeah.
when I was living in Toronto I was living in a house and I was the only one there actually and nobody else was renting the other rooms and then the owner was in the neighborhood but he came to me like a week before Halloween and he said if you are here on Halloween turn off all the lights don't answer the door don't make any noises
no.
at all ハロウィンの夜に絶対に電気つけちゃダメだって言われてでも音も立てちゃダメイルス So you can be here but you shouldn't let them know that you're here ここにいるって知られたら they're gonna do such nasty things to you
You think so? What?
That's what they but I was so scared he told me that maybe they will just throw in raw eggs
You really
Or-
blew that out of proportion.
そう
I mean, that stuff can happen.
Can
It's very
happen
rare.
そう
I mean, most people aren't that terrible.
Maybe that was in Canada
maybe he just had bad experiences. I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
did because he was kind of threatening me. Like if you make any noise at all, they would know you're here. So I was like so freaking out.
It's like you're hiding from the police or
I
something.
was hiding from everything on that day. I was so scared.
Oh, no.
本当怖ハロウィン怖いと思ってたけど、それはそこまでない。
Yeah, not really. Yeah, but 本当にいないそう？
いないの。
Wow.
でもあるかもしれない。
I mean that.
Could happen.
I mean, I remember that sometimes maybe if people don't want to be bothered, they might turn off all the lights.
だよね。 So
because
just they don't want to answer the door.
yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't want to deal with it.
But the kids wouldn't do such nasty things. っていうのはないのか。
really.
でも they would
Super
say
rare.
trick or treat. Like if you don't give me treats, then I would trick
Yeah,
you. ってね
you say trick or treat, but I mean, 98% of the time, there's no trick. It's just treat or
That's nice.
whatever. Yeah, and I mean, in all my years of doing trick-or-treating and stuff, maybe only once or twice ever do I remember someone like maybe throwing eggs at a house or toilet paper like on the trees or something. Super rare.
Okay, that's good to know for
Yeah,
sure.
especially because most of the time the young kids,
Yeah.
the parents go with them.
そうだよね。
So,
そんな悪いことできないよね。
Yeah, most parents wouldn't let their children
Of
do
course
that
not.
unless they're terrible parents. But
そっか。Okay, that's good to know. じゃあ本当にびっくりして、
yeah.
ハロウィンってそんなに
I'm sorry he gave you that impression.
そう、でも本当よかった今回そうやって知れて違うんだっていうことをね。そっか。
But I will tell you, because it's a big thing too, like if you go with like brothers or sisters or friends, at the end of the night, we love to like compare what we got.
Yeah,
like,
of
all
course.
the candy.
Okay.
So we'll go into like the biggest room in the house, we dump the bag, and we have our piles. And did you get this? I got this. And,
You don't really share?
I mean, depending on the kids.
Maybe trade.
Some kids don't like
それちょうだいとか。
trading for sure.
Trading はあるよね。
Oh yeah. It's almost kind of like, like with bento.
弁当
like you trade items and stuff, like kind of like that.
これあげるからこれちょうだいっていうね。
Yeah,
交換するんだ。
But sometimes it was always great because once in a while you get strange items.
Like?
Like sometimes maybe there may be some older people at some houses. They're like, oh, we don't like giving kids all this sugar.
Okay.
So they'll give you maybe like pencils or erasers for school. You're like, dasayo. Like,
それは嫌だね。それは
yeah, or
文房具くれるの。
I've had like, I think one time a house tried to give us like vegetables, like carrot sticks, and we're like, oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Like,
それはちょっと残念だよ
yeah,
ね。
and I do remember one time. Do you know what honey buns are?
Honey buns? No.
It's kind of like a sweet bread.
Okay. I can imagine that. Okay.
Yeah, and but you know it's not like a candy by any means, and it comes in like a full size like bread package. One year, my brother got a whole bag of honey buns from and I'll never forget because you dump the bag and you see this like rain of candy come down.
Yeah.
But he dumps and there's just a big thud of a big like brick of something. We're like, what is that? And he's like, oh, someone gave me honey buns. I'm like, they gave you all this bread? Why? He's like, I don't know, they just gave it to me.
Oh no.
And it was so funny. We're like, why did you get honey buns? Well, I mean, I'm not mad, but like they're great, but what?
Maybe they ran out of candies
And
or...
that does happen sometimes.
ねえ、
but-
キャンディーがもうそこついちゃって、もうパンでいいやって。
Yeah, like what bread?
それ
What?
面白い。
So-
そんなこともあるんだ。へえ。面白いね。So the candies would last for quite a long time, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll last you a few weeks or maybe a few days if you were,
Few days.
a gluttonous child.
確かにね、でも楽しいだろうね
For。sure.
うん。
And plus, like most of the time, the kids, you're allowed to wear a Halloween costume to school.
そうなんだ。学校にも着ていっていいの
Yeah, I
On the Halloween
did
day
it
って
many
こと
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite costume?
Oh, one year in high school, I was basically an escaped hospital patient.
Yeah, okay.
So I went to a thrift store
Yeah.
and I bought a hospital gown. I bought an arm sling. And I got a lot of like fake blood, covered the gown in it, my face, bandages. I even got, it was a pen, but it was, the design was like a syringe. And so it looked like a needle, basically. And I remember I stuck it in my arm and wrapped it. Like, not like in, but like...
Yeah,
I
of
put
course,
there
but
and
it looks
wrapped
like it's
so it
in
looked
it,
like
yeah.
there was like a needle coming out of my arm.
Wow,
and,
you did a lot of work for that.
Oh, yeah, of course. And
And you were so proud of it.
absolutely. I looked dead,
You looked dead.
which was great. And, I mean, because sometimes the teachers will wear costumes, too.
いいね。
Depending on the teacher.
いい
I
ね。
mean, I remember so funny some teachers that day. I showed up in class and they're just like, と And I'm like, ごめんなさい。おはようございます。
それいいかも。へえ、hospital patient.
Yeah, I was in a very bad accident. One teacher asked me, he's like, so
Yeah.
what happened to
Yeah,
you?
right.
And I was like, oh, well, see, what happened was I was walking on the street, but there was a plane, and it was making an emergency landing,
What?
and the plane hit me.
Plane hit
So,
me.
very rare, but
めちゃくちゃ
I got hit by
それ
a
は
plane.
Got hit by a plane. You were funny back then as well, huh?
I used
そ
to
の
be funny.
ユーモアが今とあんま変わってない。
Yeah.
It didn't get hit by a car, but hit by an
Full
airplane.
on Boeing 747.
面白すぎる。面白すぎる。へえ、ハロウィンね。そっかそっか、まあ今年はどうなるかわかんないけどね。Hopefully,
そうね。
hopefully we can do something. At least, maybe something.
Hopefully.
ね、
Yeah.
今ちょっとだけ状況がマシになってるっぽいので、We never know for sure.
Yeah.
But we would like to do something
For
just
sure.
because it's Halloween.
Of
じゃない
course. It
ね。
makes you feel like you're
Because we didn't get to do
enjoying it.
anything last year.
Of course, yeah.
ね。And you're the king of costume.
Oh, I don't know about that.
いや、エヴァンはすごいコスプレ大好き。
そう
ねえ
なんだけど
ねえ
上手ではないです
いやいやいやいや、エヴァンのインスタ結構すごいですよ。
そんなことないですよ。
いやいや
優しすぎますよ。
いやいやいやいやいや、あれは、that's hardcore. 本当。あれはでもコスプレ、あれはハロウィンじゃないよね。
そうだね。
コスプレショー
うんうん。イベント。
イベントであれ自分でメイクアップしてるんでしょ
Mostly,
You do your
yes.
makeup.
Yes.
すごいよね。
Well, I had many female friends give me advice.
Okay. そうなんだ。They showed you how.
Oh, for sure. And even one time, I went to like a makeup store where they will have sometimes like experts that.
はいはい。
And I remember I went in one time and I was like, it was a woman, and I was like, I'm sorry if this sounds very strange, very weird. I promise I'm not a creep. I'm not a weirdo, but can you help me choose really good like cover up and foundation that would match my skin tone? I promise it's not for anything weird. But she did. She helped me find like my color. She even like was willing to like, do tests on me to see how it would look.
Very
and that
kind.
helped me learn kind of how to put on like foundation and stuff.
Okay.
It's free. Like they just do
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, of course. That's part of their job, I think.
Yeah, but it was almost embarrassing to ask
Yeah.
as a guy. But,
そうね。そうね。
but it's a lot of work, but it's fun. So I have maybe more respect than perhaps a lot of guys do for women because makeup is hard work.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a thankless endeavor.
What is that?
Like you work really hard to do it, but no one cares or no one notices, or you don't. No one says, "Oh, you look nice today. You did a good job."
Yeah.
Sometimes they just expect it, and you're like, "Oh, really?"
What's it called again?
Like a thankless endeavor.
Thankless.
Thankless.
Thankless in endeavor.
You don't-
Thankless endeavor.
Right, like they don't appreciate.
そうか。
I think that happens to
そう
women
だ
a
よ
lot.
ね。Yeah,
So-
men would never know
Not at
until they
all.
try it, right?
Right, because they don't wear makeup.
So,
they don't
so.
understand how much
They-
time and effort it takes.
Yeah, they should appreciate that more.
For
I
sure.
think.
And makeup's expensive.
Oh, it is.
Oh my god.
It's just water, the lotion.
Right.
It's like 5,000 yen for a
it's-
bottle of lotion.
It's
でしょ
wild. Yeah.
ね、あれ水じゃんって感じだよね。お金も時間もかかりますね。大変ですよ本当に。
ちょっと大変だよ。
Having said that, you want to be a maid, you said?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Maids are adorable. And
メイドやってみたい。メイドカフェに行ったことあるんだよね。
一回。
一回東京で
そう、一回しか行かなかった。
もっと行きたかった
Oh, yeah. I mean, at first, I was nervous
だよ
because I was,
ね。
you know,
Did you know what to expect?
kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Okay.
It's like it's hard to find videos on YouTube because you're not allowed to film inside, which I understand. But like I was worried that, you know, I guess I'd heard that often like the reputation for the people that go to maid cafes are usually like only like men who are very だね。
何
kind of 気持ち悪い感じの
オタクっぽい感じかな。
I guess, like, yeah, just make
って
you
いう
feel
変なイ
uncomfortable.
メージがね。
Yeah, like so
stereotype.
Yeah, so I mean that was just the image I had.
そうね。
So I was worried if I went there that's what maybe the maids would think of me.
Okay.
That they would think, oh, it's just this kind of gross, like めちゃくちゃオタクの外国人なの
と思われるかなと、
But, like,
不安だったんだ。
Yeah, so I was a little
But,
nervous. But the one time I went with a friend who's a woman, so that immediately
Okay.
made me feel more comfortable.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I mean, to my surprise, it was a pretty normal experience. Like it wasn't how would I say cringy? Because I was kind of a little worried about that too. Where you're like, oh god.
But you felt pretty
But
comfortable.
it was fine.
there.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was adorable and fun.
I've never been to one, so I don't know.
It's really cute, and the food is super cute.
What do you mean?
Like the way they make it and the presentation is really, really cute.
Cute.
I mean, of course, it's usually I think cuter than delicious.
そうね。
But I mean, it's adorable.
そうだそうだよ。
And the maids are very sweet. I mean, it's their job, but
だよね。
but you gotta be careful. It's easy to spend too much money on accident
How do you spend accidentally?
because they charge you per like service
Service
and
like
and per and time.
what kind of service do they have?
Well, like there's all these little like almost like add-ons. So
Okay.
you can order food, of course, but you can like take a picture with the maid. That costs
そうい
money.
うこと
Play
ね。
a game with the maid. That costs money.
Okay, and
You know,
time as well.
Yeah,
And
and
time.
also per hour as well. Or like if you want them to
そういう
sing
こ
a
とか。
song, that costs money. So if you do all these little things, it adds up really fast. So you just have to be aware that you
そういう
don't
のでやっぱ
accidentally
り
spend.
アクシデントがありました。We got cut off. なんかこのレコーディングが1時間を超えると切れてしまうっていうのは私知らなくて。
Yeah, the phone just decided, you know what, I'm tired of listening to you guys. And so it just stopped.
そうそうそう。申し訳ありません。途中で切れてしまったんですけど、もうほとんどね、終わりの方だったよ。We were almost at the end, so メイドカフェの話をしてて、まあ、we just were saying that, なんて言ったっけ、ハロウィーンがね、無事にできればいいなと、hopefully the Halloween, yeah, we can enjoy at the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking positive right now.
Right now so far,
you
but we
know,
never know.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
そう、あんまり期待しすぎてもあれなんですけど、だからまあ、you don't really have to go and buy maid outfit for the Halloween, but maybe you could think of something that not so expensive.
True. I mean,
Just
yeah.
in case.
Of course, yeah.
It can cancel
Plan B.
or そうね、代替案を持っとかないとちょっと今回のハロウィンはまだちょっとねわからない状態ですけど、祈っておきましょうって言ってましたね。Just have to keep our fingers crossed for that. なのでね、皆さんも秋のカフェ楽しんで、願わくばハロウィンも楽しんでいただきたいなと思います。今日はエヴァンをお迎えしてエピソードを録音しました。Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being here, Evan.
Thank you for having me, and everyone. I hope I wasn't too boring for you.
Oh, no.
But 本当にありがとうございました。聞いてくれてありがとうございま
聞い
す。
てくれてありがとうございました。ではでは、Bye for now.